We know about the graphs, how the graphs are represented, weighted graph, unweighted graph, directed graph, undirected graph, and how they represented. Just like tree, we have a node, and each node will have number of connections. Like in tree, we have left pointer and right pointer, or left node and left object and right object as in a children. Over here, we do not have that definition of left and right. A node can be pointed to any other node. If it can many ways. A simple way is adjacency matrix, adjacency vertices as well, links as well, correct? So that college level thing, I'll not start and go into the depth of that. So what we were seeing is the graph, type of graph, and we were discussing about how the graph can be implemented, as I said, adjacency metrics or adjacency list. Obviously, we would have studied this thing in colleges. We'll not go into that. We'll see the applications of graph in real world. We know that the graphs are used as in FB, Facebook, where Google Map, obviously, that was obvious. Recommendation engine, where any idea if it is coming in mind. Network routing, that also we know. This thing we would have covered in colleges. But where FB and recommendation engine uses, or where Google Map uses, if I give a simple example, it can be something like this. When a map is converted into code, it will be coded like this. Let's say you have some point. Those points and the roads are connected like this. And the path between those will be connected as an adjacency list. And whatever the current traffic right now will be its weight, whatever weight, and obviously weight won't be just one thing, that what is the current traffic, probably the time to reach over there, or number of hopes in between, or number of nodes in between, the length or the distance between these two nodes properly, all the things, it will be stored into its weight. And accordingly, on top of the graph algorithm, finding the best route right now from one location to another location can be given to you. So it's an industry. So now you know that why people will ask graph questions in interview, that find it out whether the graph is bipartite or not. Such kind of interview questions can come. But why? Because it has certain applications on top of which the real world applications are being created. This is a complex graph with complex path, as I say. Second thing, as I said, in Facebook, it can be used as adjacency nodes or everything. Like who are the friends of whom and how it is interconnected. And we know it's being used not just as in a graph representation, but also nowadays we have a GraphQLs as well. If anyone is aware about that, there's a new type of data structure which uses graph to store such kind of information properly. So we have GraphQL as well to store all this structure and proceed with that. Make sense? So these were few of the applications of nonlinear data structures in industry. Now, what we will see is in terms of interview, let's say some interview questions are being asked, let's say of a tree, try, how we should think, what we should think. And probably if time permits, we'll take one simple example of dynamic programming question as well. And we should see how we should think about it. and we'll see a question on